she's a tutor at Spelman. She helps out the female athletes that's on the volleyball team, the softball team. When they get injured and they have to take special classes, she tutors them and she teaches them a lot of lessons about their paperwork / scholarships and things like that. But tonight we have another special person in the building, Dr. Zakiyyah, better known as Ms. Raheem.
Dr. Raheem.
Dr. Raheem, all right. She's legendary, y'all. I said it all wrong. Don't kill me, y'all out there. I've been talking about her all day long. She's finally here. I'm very happy that she's here. You know what I mean? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Hey, I'm so happy that you're here. I met you last year at a convention that I was hosting that your son won some awards in. You know what I mean? You're very musically inclined. And she came today to spread her knowledge, y'all, about her book. You know what I mean? Which book would you like to talk about first?
Well, you know, there are so many, but one I have that is now published on Amazon.com, and it is called Still Standing, the Benny Hurd Jr. story.
Okay.
And this is a story that if anyone would purchase this and buy it, I don't think you would get halfway before you're in tears. It's a very sad story. Someone who started out very triumphantly to succeed in the boxing industry. Okay. And some things happened along the way. I don't want to tell you the story because I want you to buy the book from Amazon.com. But it's a story that is unforgettable. It is a story that is movie worthy. And don't be surprised if one day you look up and you will see a movie called Still Standing, the Benny Hurd Jr. story.
The Benny Hurd, that's
Benny.
Benny Hurd, is he from Georgia? Where's he from?
Yes, he is a native from Georgia, and actually he was just short of, he participated in the 1984 U.S. Olympic boxing trial. Okay. He was along with Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, some of the other well-knowns, Terrell, I can't think of everyone's name at the moment, okay. But there were a number of them, and so he went around the world with the trials, winning, and had gotten all the way up to the point where he was expected to be one of the participants, one of the team members for the 1984 boxing team for the U.S. But during the trials and all of these things that, you know, just boxing events, he broke his hand, had to have surgery. So with that, Evander Holyfield was next in line to come up. So Evander ended up being that fourth man on the boxing team for the U.S. in 1984.
Wow, that's deep. Believe it or not, you refreshing my memory, and I actually remember that. Because around that time I was in Las Vegas.
And he was there at some point too. After he went pro, he spent about a year there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was out there with Mike Tyson and them.
Yes.
You know, so I'm very familiar with what you're talking about. In that book, are you teaching boxers what to do and what not to do?
Well, what I'm doing, I think it's a story that will help others who go into the entertainment industry to look out for the pitfalls. Okay. Because along with all of the fame come other kinds of things with it. If you don't have the discipline, if it's new to you, you get all excited about the money, access to women, and all of the other things, all of the vices that come along with it. Wow. And I believe that this story would definitely help someone to understand that you really need to be disciplined and make some sound decisions when you go into this field. Like any field, you have to discipline yourself. And I think with all of this excitement for Benny, it led him into some areas that he was not accustomed to, didn't know how to handle it. And so fame did not last him very long. And the kinds of things that he ended up with were lifetime kinds of results that adversely affected him. And I don't think that he's ever recovered from it.
Wow, you know, a lot of our athletes be distracted. They always seem to be distracted. You say he had to recover?
No, he was a womanizer. I mean, out of this world. I was shocked as I was writing his story about the number of women, and he admits it himself. Because as he was growing up, one of his brothers told him that was the big thing to have, is to get your woman, get the girls. And so, you know, he thought that was a feat he needed to achieve, was to get all of the women that he could, and he tried his best. I think he realized he couldn't get them all, but he tried.
That comes with athletes, basketball players, football players. A lot of our brothers need to be protected. When they get out of practice, they need to have a family there to pick them up so they won't go to these clubs and be distracted, go to jail, get a ticket, or, you know. it's a bunch of traps out there for us young black folks out there. And you're a very important key to our puzzle. You're another piece of the puzzle. And people need to know how important your voice is. You're a writer. You have a lot of important things to say. So I need my fans that's down with U.N.G radio station / myself. Go out there and support this book. Please give everybody your site where they can get that book at.
This book can be purchased at Amazon.com. The book again is called Still Standing, and that spells S-T-E-E-L, Standing, the Benny Hur Jr. story. And let me just add one thing, that the reason I chose the name Still Standing, this man is in his 50s, and his body and his agility, his ability, all of this is that of a very, very young man.
Wow.
Because after all of the things he went through, he trained all of these years. He continued to train, and his body is fit. He trained boxers now to prepare them for the Olympics, etc. And so, because he is so hard and so fit, all I could see was steel, like an engine, automotive,
Right.
some kind of locomotive, for lack of a better word. And this is one of the reasons I chose to call it Still Standing, that despite all of that adversity that he went through, he's still standing.
That's cool. A lot of people need to work out early, strong, so when you do hit 50, 60, 70, you'll still be in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, it's health first, y'all.
Yes.
Health is very important.
It is.
And this next book that I'd like to talk about is Hip Hop History.
Yes.
That book is very important to the hip hop world that these brothers and sisters are not getting right
Absolutely.
now. Before we go into this break, can you give us a little definition about it?
Yes, I can. My son, as many people in the Atlanta area know, Raheem the Dream, he's a legend, a pioneer in this industry. And I tell you, he knows this industry like the back of his hand.
Okay.
We were just talking about it the other day in terms of how music has changed. So as we were talking about all this recognition he has begun to get in terms of pioneer efforts and so forth, after we got home one day, we were talking and said, well, you know what? We need to document all of this. Let's look and see if there is anything on record, comprehensive, that we can document. But this history is documented. We did extensive research. We didn't find anything. We found fragments of documentation. Maybe Florida did a little bit of something on their hip-hop history, or maybe New York or someone, but never a comprehensive. So what we did, we undertook this project and did a comprehensive study on it and found there was nothing. So we went back to its original state to see where did it start, and we started there, with New York being the home of hip-hop.
Right.
That's where it all started. So every person who contributed in any way, we have this book on New York hip-hop music history, beginning in 1979 to 2013.
Wow.
And what we wanted to do,
New York.
yes, what we wanted to do here was to be able to, for anyone that had recorded, there are a lot of people who've been doing hip-hop in the basement, but we were looking for documentation. Did you record anything? So if you recorded anything between 1979 and 2013, you are in this book if you were in New York.
That's right. That's
Okay.
major, y'all. She recorded it. It's in the book. It's very important. Yo, this is U.N.G radio station. Hit us up. Let the doctor know that y'all out there listening. You can call 404-644-1430. We live in the radio station. We're going to get into a major interview / conscious talk about this book. The hip-hop book is hip-hop history. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit us up. Let's go to a quick little break. See if anybody out there going to hit us up, all right? U.N.G radio station. Holla at the doctor, okay?